Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy SoDebNair and I'm back. First of all, I will say what's up to all of my true viewers and hello to all the new viewers. Before we get into anything guys, you already know what you gotta do. If you want to join my crew, go ahead and hit that notification button so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Hit that subscribe button you want to subscribe to the channel, and then also comment below, let me know what you guys think about this video. Also share this video, record some clips, tag me in it so that people can check out my channel. I would definitely appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay guys, so we've got a lot of new clips from this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and so I want to go ahead and get into it because things are starting to really heat up for this season, finally. I mean, it's like we've been waiting on this. And this is also really a good time because we're getting ready to get Married to Medicine. Basketball Wives is back. And I told you guys I was going to do reviews on Basketball Wives, but I'm going to wait till next week because nothing really happened that important this week, so there was no point in me doing it. But I do want to get into this. So the first clip that I did see was the ladies are all they're together because Kenya left them to go with her baby. And on my earlier video, I did tell you guys, I kind of understand Kenya's position because these ladies do come from a different position of privilege that Kenya just doesn't have because she doesn't really have anyone to watch her baby. So I kind of get it, but then I kind of just don't really understand it. And then I started to realize why Kandi may be feeling this way because it totally set my mind that Kandi had the surrogate. And so that probably is probably a reason for Kandi to be feeling the way that she feels because that bonding probably is just a different type of situation that probably none of these ladies even understand. So I do get Kandi's position on that. And then again, with Portia being a first-time mother, I get that as well. But I was watching DJ Richie's guy's channel, and he was asking do you guys think that these ladies are afraid of Kenya? And I don't really see them being afraid of Kenya, but I also don't really understand, if this was that important to them, why did it just bring their babies? Because or mention it, to Kenya I'm trying to figure out, did she tell them there's no babies allowed or something? Because I'm just not really understanding if this was that important to them. Why didn't they just say something about bringing their baby with them? Yes, this is a girl's trip, but there are certain circumstances. Even we can go back to Real Housewives of Potomac when Ashley brought her baby and Wendy didn't ask. It's like these ladies are making these big deals about this, but just like Ashley did when they went to Monique's place, she asked and Monique was like, yeah, I totally understand. So I think it's more of that more than anything. I just don't think they mentioned it because they thought it was a girl's trip. They never it never crossed their mind. And so now that Kenya's baby's there, all of a sudden it's this big deal. And I think they should really cut Kenya some slack because again, they have people who can watch their kids while they're out of town. Kenya doesn't have that, and on top of that, Kenya is going through this divorce, so her baby may be a place of comfort for her. So to me, it just seems a little insensitive to me. And yes, I am Team Kenya, so I probably will feel a little bit different than a lot of other people. But again, who does she have to watch her baby? That's in her inner circle. I don't we don't even see any of her family around. Her dad's not been around. He lives in Texas. Her aunt, we haven't seen her since she went to her mom's house. Brandon is her friend, but I don't know how well she would trust him with her baby. And she was just talking about she had just got a new nanny, so I'm not really sure she would trust that nanny with her baby while she's going out of town. So to me, this is totally understandable, right? But like I said again, now that I think about it, I do get Kandi's situation, especially if the baby is clinging to Kandi more than anything. I do see where she's coming from. But again, I think it could have just been a simple, hey, Kenya. They seem like they're friends. It just seems like a, hey, Kenya, Blaze, I want to bring Blaze, and I think it would have probably been okay. But we will never know because that was just, we don't know if that was asked or even if she did ask or she didn't ask, we don't know that either. So we just don't know. But I do think that it would have probably been a simple, hey, I want to bring Blaze, and Kenya probably been like, okay, I'm bringing my baby too. And then I guess on the other side, it kind of defeats it kind of defeats the purpose of a girls trip if everybody brings their kids too, especially with the stuff that Candy has coming up for this episode, because they're going to do the bachelor party. So I just couldn't imagine a bunch of babies being around during a bachelorette party anyway. So who knows? We'll see on Sunday what happens with that. But all the ladies were pretty upset. And I also did notice that LaToya and Cynthia were sitting there. Cynthia did agree with them. And LaToya kind of was there. So I'm wondering when this is going to get back to Kenya. Because if we go to the next clip that they show, again, like I told you guys, I think Drew Sidora is going to be the MVP for this season. I think she's going to be the one who carries the Housewives of Atlanta after they let all of the older people go. And so she's on the porch with Portia, and she's like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. You know, last night everybody was so mad at Kenya, and now all of a sudden Kenya's out in the front yard twerking and twirling and whatever she's doing, and everybody's acting like everything is peachy keen. And Drew was like, that don't work for me. This is not how me and my friends do. So she's like, you know, what's going on? Why was everybody so mad last night? And like, nobody's addressing this. And to me, I understand that, because I hate having a group of people complaining about something and then you're holding on to everybody else's complaints and their anger, and you know, thinking like the next day somebody's going to address this, and then they definitely don't do it. So it is kind of weird, and I'm glad that Drew is bringing it up. She's talking to Portia about it, but Portia's like, bitch, that is not really my friend. I mean, basically she just deals with her, and which we all know that with Portia and Kenya's past. I mean, even when they made up, I think it was last season when Nene came back, she was cool with Kenya until her and Nene became friends again, and then she was like, bye, bitch. So we definitely understand that Kenya and Portia's relationship isn't, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, Drew throws up, she's like, you know, I thought you were Black Lives Matter. Portia said, the Black Lives that matter to me, and Kenya is just not one of them. So she's like, basically, you're not going to get me addressing Kenya about any of these things. And I do see that on this episode, I was trying to find a clip so that I can see a little bit more of it. But I do see that Candy actually does address this with Kenya. And Kenya probably doesn't understand that night because, again, she's trying to deal with her baby. But she does apologize to her the next day, and I'm pretty sure she's going to melt down about it, because Kenya has a lot going on. And I like, for the life of me, I just don't understand why these ladies are not being sympathetic to that. Yes, I know Kenya has been very hard to deal with in these last, well, since she's been on the show, for a lot of them. But Candy is supposed to be her friend, and so is Cynthia. So to me, it would be like, well, guys, I mean, y'all do know she doesn't let everybody watch the baby, right? Like, that just makes more sense. And they were in the middle of the pandemic, so it's not like she could have flew Brooklyn up to, what's his name? Mark's place to watch him. And I believe she said he never watched her by herself anyway. So I don't understand what they really want from her. Hopefully one of them will do some kind of, Candy do a speak on it or something like that. That will make sense, and it's not just geared towards her personal feelings. But you know, because I don't know what they could have done with it. But again, like I said, I'm loving Drew. I'm loving Drew Sidora on this season. So next up is the video where they're getting ready to go into, I guess, stripper game. Candy, they're all riding back to the house. Candy's like, you need to go in y'all's rooms, change y'all clothes. She's giving them 15 minutes. Now, you know these girls, it takes them a long time to do anything. So I wonder if they all made it to 15 minutes. But as they go inside, they start showing flashes of the strippers outside of the cages. And I think one of those strippers went into Marlo's closet, because he's definitely outside of his Chanel jumpsuit hat. It's something that Marlo would have wore or styled them with or something like that. It's definitely giving me Marlo Hampton to the T. And so I guess Cynthia doesn't know what's going on, but I guess she's going to come out and find out that it is her bachelorette party, and we're going to find out what happens when we on this week's episode. So let me know what you guys think down below about this Kenya situation. This is the other thing I was going to say too. You know, at the end of it, Candy says, welcome to the dungeon. Now, I really hope, I know this is already recorded, but this dungeon thing and Candy is just not really meshing well. I really don't want to hear her talk about a dungeon again after this whole T.I. and Tiny thing, and her name keeps kind of getting dribbled in and out of this situation. I personally don't think that Candy has anything to do with it, but those are her really close friends, and it just seems really weird that the situation that Phaedra had brought up to Portia is the exact same thing that Tiny and T.I. are allegedly doing. So I just really don't want, after this season of Housewives of Atlanta, I really don't want to hear Candy talking about a dungeon at all. Just off the strength of her association with T.I. and Tiny, man, because it just doesn't sound good. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Again, if you want to join my crew, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that notification button so you can get notified whenever I'm posting new videos. Subscribe to my channel and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. Like the video. And also share the video so that other people can see it and maybe they'll join my channel as well. Also, guys, don't forget to check me out tonight on my podcast, on my YouTube channel, Affairs of the Heart podcast. I'll put the link down below so you guys can check us out if you want to talk about dating, sex, and relationships from the perspective of a gay black man. Definitely check us out tonight, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. We go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. And I will see you guys the next time I'm out.